Ayan guys, good morning. I think it's morning or I don't know by the time lumabas tong vlog na to. But anyway, I'm heading towards the house of my friends, 429 Studios, sila Volty and Sandy. They're the ones responsible for doing a good number of the CG work for our cosplay shoots. So we're here to talk about their process, how they got into doing it, and you know, a little bit of background about themselves. Alright, for this episode of my Geekology interview series. So just a little bit of kwento about Sandy at saka si Volty. They run a studio, 429 Studios, and they actually do a lot of 3D work for architectural companies, diba? So sort of related to, you know, the CG work that I have done for my cosplay shoots. How I met them? Well, you know, strange enough, they reached out to me through social media and said, "Hey Jay, we were wondering if we'd like to collaborate with you on some of these cosplay pieces." And I'm like, "Oh sure, why not?" Kasi naman, the more people involved for these shoots, the better for me, because this is all about teamwork. I'm not the type who would like to take credit for everything, kasi hindi ko naman kaya gawin lahat yan eh. Kasi I'm just the photographer. At the end of the day, it's always been teamwork. You know, I'm there to provide the images. We have makeup artists like Ara, sila Ian, sila Jopay, who provide the awesome makeup skills to make our cosplayers pretty, dolled up. PD work, CG work, and of course the digital imagers, sila Gani and company, sila Paolo and all, who do amazing work after the fact. So anyway, I'm rambling. So I met sila Volty and Sandy in one of my previous studios in Makati, and yun, lo and behold, we've been chucking work between each other over the years. So there's some work to commission, paid stuff, cosplay stuff, so babalik-balik. So but for us, cosplay work has always been a passion thing, a passion project. So we've been doing it ever since. And I'm gonna pay them a visit and we're gonna chat with them. Okay? Ayan, malapit na po. Oh my God, I'm actually at the edge of Metro Manila. Isang tumbling na lang, nasa kainta na tayo. Haha! So guys, I'm here now sa home office nila Volty at nila Sandy. Ayun, sorry. Volty. Sandy's on the other side. Say hi.
Hi, Sandy.
Ayun.
Hi.
Ayan. So this is where all their work magic happens. So but minsan lang ako mapupunta dito. Actually, first time ko pumunta dito. All the while, online lang kami mag-usap niyan kasi pasahan lang naman ng mga files. Upload lang naman. So ayun. But since I need to do something for my vlog, so here we are. Ayun, sige. So reset ko lang tong camera na to and we'll ask away. So, sige. So, I'm here with Volty, 429 Studios. Ayan.
Formerly 429.
Talaga? Oh, sige. Okay, correction.
But we're now called Marvol Digital.
Oh, wow. So, okay. Yun, so I've known them kasi for that long a time. 429. Okay, sige. So, okay, correction. Babaguhin ko sa text ng video ko yan. Ayun. Ano na ngayon? Sorry?
It's Marvol.
Marvol.
It's Maria and Voltaire combined.
Ah, okay, Marvol. Okay. How catchy.
Marvol Digital.
Marvol Digital. Alright, galing. So you're actually a licensed architect.
Yes.
Okay. Tapos yeah, how did 3D get into your work?
I was always interested with 3D work even before after college. So after getting my license, I started playing around with 3D for the purpose of rendering designs for other architects. Because way back then, there was very few who were doing this.
Okay.
Kakaunti lang kami.
Okay.
Very few. So
You saw a need
for it.
Okay.
So
Yes.
I started doing 3D rather than doing designs for clients.
So instead of just design a typical regular architectural designs or
Planning and design. So
you ended up doing 3D work.
I was doing 3D work for other architects.
So you were rendering their designs.
Yes.
Okay.
Then if I had clients, then of course I put it in also my rendering work there. But mostly for other clients or other architects.
I see. Alright. So you since then you didn't get to practice na your
Yeah, it's more on 3D work. 3D work talaga. I really love doing it.
I see. What's the first software that you get to use for 3D?
3D Studio Max.
Until now?
Until now. It was version 3 way back then.
Ano na ngayon?
2019. So,
oh, wow. So wala, tinanggal na yung version numbers and stuck to the years na lang. Okay. Okay, so 3D Studio Max is your weapon of choice.
Weapon of choice,
So, any other applications na do you use? Or 3D Studio Max lang?
For 3D work, yes, use Studio Max. That's for basically the main modeling and modeling software and rendering. Render engines, I use Corona render engine. I also use V-Ray. I also use Mental Ray.
Okay, I've heard of those.
Those are the different render engines. I also use iRay. Well, mostly the render engines in the industry, I use them also, depending on the work.
Okay. Now, for the ones na hindi familiar with the process, what do you mean by render engine?
So, the render engine, it's the software that translates your 3D work into a beautiful image. That's where you put the lighting, the materials, that's the rendering job.
So, okay, kasi one would think na parang 3D Studio Max would do everything already.
Yeah. Well, those render engines, they plug into 3D Studio Max.
So plug in sila into 3D Studio Max. I see. Okay. So 3D Studio Max is like, I could say the Photoshop for 3D.
Yes, and then you put in different plugins.
That's to enhance the experience na
and make your job easier.
Gets. Okay. So a good portion of this video, since si Volty and sila Sandy have been working with us for several years doing cosplay 3D work, we're gonna run through a sample background that they did. So, anyway, sige, yun. So, I'll flip the camera. At so, mag-record na rin din, si Volty dito.
Okay.
Ayun, sige, go. So, here we are. Yeah, si Volty at work. As you could see, ang dami na yung makina around. So many monitors. So, it's become a norm to work with multiple monitors na rin. So, I bucked the trend. Hindi ko siya masyado ginagawa up until lately when I started gaming. So, napa-multi-monitor na rin ako. But I think I should upgrade.
We used to have 3.
3 pa?
Oh, yeah.
Lupit. Stig. So,
right now the space is way back when monitors were small. We had 2. But since we got the bigger ones,
okay na yan.
Okay na yan.
Okay na yan.
Well, the other third screens for watching Netflix naman kasi.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Okay. So, let's start recording.
Okay.
Okay,
So we're recording. So now, one of our latest works together is yung Yuna piece ni Carla or Foxrots as her cosplay name. Tama, Foxrots. There you go. So yeah. So we'll show you how this works. Okay, go.
So first, once I receive the file from Jay, we'll select the images.
Tama yan. So what happens is I pick out a shot na gusto ko na more or less the closest one that resembles the final pose, and then I pass it to Volty. Tapos si Volty naman opens up to
first, we try to get information from your image.
Okay.
For example, what lens you use.
Okay.
What camera, the aperture settings and everything, because we use them for camera matching.
Okay. Camera matching pa. Wow, may ganun pa siya.
Siyempre, para yung perspective nung mobile mo, when match with the environment, they're seamless.
Okay.
So we do that in Photoshop.
Okay.
So we open it in Photoshop just to get the information.
So even so Photoshop niyo po yun. So is the camera information also crucial in rendering in 3D Studio Max?
Yes.
Okay.
Especially for the lighting.
Okay. Yes. Okay.
So we get information, file info. So you just get the camera data, you use a focal length of 38mm. These are your settings.
Gets. Okay. Yung exit data kailangan mo.
Yes. So we plug this into 3D Studio Max later to match the camera lens, then the aperture lens. So
galing. Okay. Alright. I learned something new.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I use that one. We plug it into 3D Max later. Okay. So first we get to look at the image.
Okay.
What I do next is open a different software. We call this DAZ Studio. This is a free software. You can download it for free.
Okay.
This is basically a character posing software.
Okay.
So we pose it as close as possible to the model.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Then once we post it, we bring it into 3D Studio Max.
May stand-in talaga.
Starting, just for to get, just to get, well actually, hindi naman siya actually kailangan.
Okay, okay.
Alam mo yan, just to play with around with different software, just try different things.
So galing,
But
galing.
actually, I can do without it.
Okay.
But this adds a little bit more accuracy to the project, especially when it comes to scale.
Okay, gotcha.
So we do this to get the correct scale for the model. Average height ng babae is around 1,500 mm to 1.6. So basically gano'n. Okay, so we export this in 3D Max. So we open it.
So si DAZ, DAZ, what do you call that?
DAZ Studio.
DAZ Studio is another application altogether, separate from 3D Studio Max. Pero it creates similar renders that you can open in 3D Studio Max. Ganun ba yun?
The model, we export the model from DAZ into 3D Max.
Anong format yun? Anong file format yun?
FBX.
So it's really all vector graphics siya. Lahat.
3D siya. So
3D lahat.
3D lahat siya. So wait, just so this is the FBX model imported to 3D Max.
Okay.
So if you look at the image that you provided us,
so you approximate
yes,
post
we approximate it.
Okay.
The reason we do this is that we build around the model.
I see. Okay.
So since this is correct scale, tama na yung scale niya, we build around it. For example, this is the model, and hide everything. So everything is built around the character.
Okay.
Just to get the correct scale. Of course, the rising steps, the correct height of the walls, and everything. For scale purposes yun.
So si DAZ Studio, specialty niya, people.
People, yes.
Okay. Wow. Well, I didn't know that. We saw there's even a separate application just to create 3D for people. Astig yun ah.
So it creates very highly detailed people.
Okay.
Realistic even.
Sige.
Okay. So we build around the character. Just for example, this one. So if we look around our scene, it's a very simple scene. We have the stairs, and then the fake walls, and then the staging in the background.
Galing. So, in short, hindi lang siya basta drawing lang ng pera-peraso, but they actually create the entire believable world around it. So, in this case, in the case no Yuna background, they actually built a stadium to create the curvature, the proper curvature around it. That's so cool.
Then actually, one thing about 3D is you only model what's visible.
Okay.
So as you can see, we didn't completely model the entire stadium.
Understood.
Okay. In fact, if you look at the stadium, it's a bit small compared to the actual size of the person, right? The 3D person. But we kind of cheated a bit, just for us to have this little, this cylindrical part in the middle. Because if this was an actual stadium, you only see the stands.
Tama. In terms of sheer size, it would look flat.
Yes. So for artistic freedom naman, we cheat a little bit.
But okay.
Basta we have your direction naman, your image direction. So we kind of follow everything that you give us. So there's this cylindrical part in the middle of the stadium. We kind of scale it a bit so it fits. Then move it around so that the view kind of matches your concept. Remember the exit data?
Exit data natin, tama.
Okay. So the exit data, we plug it into 3D Studio Max for the camera settings.
Okay.
So for example, the aperture or the focal length is 38 millimeters. So we have the same perspective. Okay.
Okay.
And then the other settings like for the ISO, aperture, and the shutter speed, we just play around just to get with the lighting because we adjust the lighting here.
Okay.
Okay. Depending on the lighting situation, we adjust the lighting. So after we do all of that, placing the lighting materials, we start to render. Okay. Rendering the background, of course, without the character.
So right now we are at a wireframe stage. Everything is wireframed lang, so it's easy to go around. No? So easy to turn the scene upside down, inside out, just for draft purposes lang. And then usually correct me if I'm wrong, the process here is after we do the draft, after we're happy with that, then we start the rendering. The rendering, doon na papasok yung mga yung mga textures, the lighting and all. Okay.
Once everything is assembled, and then we do the final render.
And usually yun ang matagal, guys.
Yeah.
Once umupo na once sinipa na yung rendering process, basically you leave the PC alone. Don't do anything else with it. Kung hindi, tatagal ang process mo.
Well, the good thing about that one is because of the advancement in technology, especially with rendering. Rendering is faster now.
I see. Okay.
For example, this one, the image resolution is 5,000 by 7,500 pixels.
Wow. 300 dpi. Wow.
Okay.
That's insane.
That's insane. Before, when we render that one, it takes around 5 to 6 hours.
Okay.
Or more.
5 to 6 hours for a graphic size of 5,000 by 7,500, 300 dpi.
Pixels.
Tapos mo yan sa kanto na to. Wow.
Malaki yun.
Caption sa baba.
Malaki yun.
6 hours daw.
Or more.
Or more. Well, that was before. Pero ngayon,
when I rendered this, it took around 1 hour.
Nice. Nice.
Using a 6-year-old machine.
Ta-da!
You know why?
Why?
Because of the video card.
Ayun. So, good. So, guys, if you want to get into 3D work, there's a
video card.
Video card. Even if you're using an old machine, he's using a 6-year-old machine, pero malakas ang video card, it makes a huge difference.
It's a gaming card actually.
In short, tama. For rendering work, for a lot of editing work, use a gaming machine.
It's cheaper.
Plus it's cheaper.
But
Plus
it gets the work done.
Gets the work done, and it makes for a good excuse to play games after.
Yeah.
Technically, it's a freaking gaming machine. Oh, yun. Sige.
So, this is a sample. So we render it. Now we use a GPU-based render engine. So instead of using the CPU, it makes use of the GPU, which is much faster.
So that's I see here that's V-Ray.
Yes, this is V-Ray.
V-Ray is the plug-in that exports it na rendered. So V-Ray uses the GPU for the power. Wow.
So of course this will take an hour to render. So
anyway, so in short, the most of the post-production I do is Photoshop. This is almost alien sa akin, guys. I mean, I have some limited knowledge. I know 3D. Pero I'm learning a lot out of this video kasi, Volt is showing a lot of the intricacies or a good number of the intricacies ng 3D work. So in short, hindi lang basta 3D Studio Max pala, guys. There are other rendering engines that will chuck out the work.
This is the render output.
Render output, okay.
So the render output is just pretty raw. You just have the environment and everything.
Render output, please put caption.
So we basically render it in TIFF.
TIFF, okay.
So we preserve the DPI. Okay. So it's uncompressed. It's very heavy file.
Okay.
But if you have a good computer, you can get it. This computer has 64 gigabytes of memory.
64 gigs, my God. I'm working on 32 sa bahay, to have double of that. It's crazy.
It's crazy, but
Kailangan.
If you're opening large files. Okay, so after we open it in Photoshop, just like this, and then Sandy, her job is to paint it up.
Oh, yeah. So she puts. So after you do the initial work, Sandy comes in naman and adds all the other textures as necessary on top of the render output.
Yes.
Okay.
Just making it more beautiful.
Oo naman.
So here's her final output.
Okay, so hindi ba na niya yung kulay?
The color grading and everything.
Oh, okay. So in short, the render output does not necessarily match the colors agad.
It's not final.
Okay.
It's just that we just want to have the base.
Gotcha.
That we can improve.
Okay.
In other cases, if we have time, we work on the render itself so that there's minimal Photoshop work.
I see.
Okay. But since this is more of a rush project, okay, we were busy back then, so we had to, find the best
combination.
Combination.
So sometimes They render the major objects, and then afterwards, that's when Gani or stage ni Sandy and the Gani come into play na kasi afterwards sila na nagdadagdag ng details after the fact. But given if there's enough time to work on a piece, most of the intricacies could be done from 3D Studio Max pa lang, no? Okay.
Digital Photoshop.
Okay. So, balance lang siya.
Balance lang.
I see.
So we just find the best way to finish the project, especially with the time given.
The time frame, gotcha. Okay.
So, different layers, color grading.
Yes, understood. Galing. Okay.
So, then once that's done, we send it to you.
Kabit na.
Kabit na.
Okay. Galing.
So it takes us around a day or two to finish everything. Done. It's free.
Rush.
If we're free.
At saka, rush siya kasi.
Rush yun.
Kasi we just wanted to chuck something out.
Yeah. Some of my architecture interior work, most of my clients are from abroad.
Okay.
We talk via email or chat, so we discuss everything just like what we do.
Tama.
So they send us a file, I work on it, and I send it after. So this is one I did for a client in the US. These are mostly figures. This one, for a total of 9 renders, or 8, I finished this in around 8 days.
8 days.
The rendering all done by online.
So this is done by the render farm already.
I just do the bulk of the work with modeling, putting everything there.
Gotcha.
So, yan.
Ganda.
Most of the architecture.
No, 3D work has advanced so much that sometimes you can't tell what's a photograph and what's CG when they're rendered very well.
True.
It's nakikita niyo yung effects sa mga Marvel movies, diba? Ang gaganda nila, ganun na. That's how, it's cool. What's nice about it, this technology is not that far off, or in short, accessible siya. So, you guys, we have Volti here who have access to such rendering capability, given the time. Time ang kalaban natin dito, usually, no?
Yeah, time. Especially right now, clients want very fast turnarounds. So you have to work very, very fast. You have to work with the system.
Okay.
You need to have a good workflow. Of course, you also need to have good machines.
Investment talaga Investment ang machines. So nowadays, as also for digital photography, aside from just having a good camera, kailangan mo din ng magandang makina or good rendering PC to work with. So guys, kita niyo lang process of how Volti and Sandy of Marvol do their stuff. So ang galing. Thanks so much. Salamat.
Pleasure.
Yes. So it's been a while since I've seen these guys, mostly online lang.
Online lang talaga.
Yeah, so for more videos, please hit like. Tapos kung may tanong, like us. And then kung may tanong kayo on 3D work, also on the photography side, please comment below. And please don't forget, subscribe. Yeah.
Subscribe to this guy.
Yeah. But kung may tanong kayo guys, seriously, on 3D work, throw it below, then I'll chuck it sa Volti and we'll try to answer it as soon as we can. Alright? Thank you guys, so more videos soon.